Welcome to another vlog, another day and a bit in the life of me and my jewellery business. So if we haven't met before, hello and welcome. My name is Leanne and I'm a metalsmith and artist with a business called Leanne Allison Designs, where I design and create watercolour jewellery for eco-conscious souls. Now this week has not started well at all. It is now Thursday. On Sunday I developed a headache and I have not been able to shake it. It was so bad. I've basically been stuck in bed for days and days. I managed to get up and go to the doctor on Tuesday and he gave me some painkillers, but it has taken a lot to even get to the point where the headache is sort of dull now and I could get out of bed. So yeah, I'm not looking great. I'm not feeling great. I have what I call headache hangover as well. Just feeling really groggy and awful because of having a headache for so long. But I was able to get up today, so I've had my smoothie and there's a few little things that I'm just going to potter around and do. But I'm not going to push myself. That's one of the big problems. When you've been unwell, you then try and go full tilt to get things done. And that's one of the quickest ways for me to end up back in the situation I was in before. So I'm going to take it fairly easy today. You might have seen at the beginning, I was working on one of the cookies. The other cookie is done. Yes, finished one of the cookies. So yeah, there's not much more to go on this one. I just need to do some chocolate chips and maybe add in a couple of extra colours, sort of other browns in there, but otherwise they're nearly done. Now, last week I was doing an application for one of the big markets. I got it done. It is submitted. I am very, very proud of myself. But one thing came about which was quite interesting. So if you've been around for a while, you know about the bird of paradise earrings and how huge they are and all of that sort of stuff and what my thoughts were around them. I needed something else for this application, something other than earrings. So I actually turned the bird of paradise earrings into brooches. So I put a silver plated pin on the back and turned it into a brooch, and I think it is absolutely fabulous. I need to do a little bit of work here to take out that hole, but yeah, basically these beautiful bird of paradise are now brooches, so I need to make a new pair of those, much smaller than this version, but yeah, I need to make another bird of paradise pair of earrings. I think I was also working on the fox and the daisies last week. So I told you that I wasn't happy with the shape of the daisies. I'm still not happy. I did cut them out wrong and I don't want to sort of faff around fixing them. It's just easier to cut out a new pair. So they are going in the scrap pile so that they can go to the scrap metal merchant. And I did paint up one of the foxes, but I realized that I didn't love the side, like the profile, the sideways image. So I've decided that they are also getting scrapped. They're going in the scrap pile, and I have sketched out a new little front-on fox. We'll see how he comes up. I've also sketched out a cat, a black and white cat, and I want to do that like quite loose. Same with the fox. I really enjoy loose watercolor, so something that's sort of more like that and that rather than lots of little fine details. So that's what I'm going to work on over the next few days. I don't know if I'll get the soaring done today because I'm really not feeling great, but I'll talk to Doug. He might be able to do some of it for me. Another thing that's happening today, which I'm actually really looking forward to, and this is going to sound odd, there is an app called Too Good To Go, and basically local businesses can put on their extra food that they've got, and you pay a small fee and you get a bag of food. So we paid $8 and one of the local cafes has got sort of $24 worth of food for us at the end of the day. So we'll be popping down just after 4 o'clock to grab that. So I'll let you know what's in the bag. I think it's a great idea. I really love the thought that, that food is going to be eaten and rather than thrown out. So yeah, we're getting our mitts on some goodies. Hopefully there's something nice for Doug for lunch tomorrow. I'm sure there'll be something delicious in there, but yeah, I'll let you know what's in it when we pick it up. On Saturday, I've got a mindful stitching class that I'm going to. This class just appealed to me. So my friend Vivian and I are going to that, and yeah, hopefully I can get a little bit of video and I'll be able to show you what we have worked on. But yeah, so that's sort of what I've got planned for the next few days. But yeah, today it'll just be working through a few little bits and pieces. I do have another application that I want to get done. That is for me to go on a waiting list, which is fine. I've also sent some info off to Craft Victoria because I'm a Craft Victoria member, and I wanted to update my bio and my photos because obviously I've got a brand new collection and I want to showcase that. There is also, what is it? It's a, where are we? Craft Victoria. There it is. There's also an opportunity to apply to exhibit in an exhibition. That's the word I'm looking for. Honestly, it's going to be a long afternoon. So I want to try and get my application done for that. But I've got until the Sunday, the 2nd of March to get that in, but I want to do that within the next few days. So that's something that I can tick off my list. There's also some other videos I want to do that are not vlogs, that are just about other things going on in my business. So I might do those tomorrow. For the moment, I'm just going to finish my cookie and yeah, look at whether or not I work on the cats today. And I might write a list. With the application I did last week, they asked if I was going to launch something new for the market for when I get in. Notice that, when I get in, not if, when. And I said yes, I would, and that I would release a birds sub-collection. So I need to jot down which birds I want to do and start sort of sketching out the outlines of the birds so that I can get that done. The market isn't until July, but that's the kind of thing where I will work on it a little bit at a time to make sure that I've got that collection ready to go. So the sooner I start, the better. I also need to work on these toadstools. They're fully painted, they're ready to go. They just need to have fixative applied and then sealer. And I thought what I might do with those is just put them on an ear wire, sort of similar to the little ladybirds. So then I'll have a pair that are on the longer stud findings and then a pair on the hooks. All right, I'm going to go and finish this cookie. The other one, it looks so good. I'm so thrilled with that cookie. So yeah, I just need to get this one done. There's not much work to go on that, but at least that's something that I'll be able to tick off my to-do list for today. All right, I'll talk to you again soon. Happy Friday. So I'm feeling a little bit better today. I'm still groggy and I'm still tired, but the headache seems to have gone. Now I'm just crossing my fingers and not counting my chickens before they hatch because these headaches are notorious for just coming back when you least expect it. So I'm just going to take things a bit easier today and make sure that I don't burn myself out or bring the headache back on. I did manage to get a few things done yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening, which is great. I got some more Bird of Paradise cut out, the new ones. And these, they are way smaller than the older ones. Not. They're only a little bit smaller than the huge ones. So I'll finish these and then I will do another pair later on that are smaller again because yeah, I mean, I love them big, but there are going to be people who want them, you know, sort of at a smaller size. I don't know that I can go quite that small, but, you know, we'll see how they look when they're finished. I also managed to cut out some cat heads, some foxes. I did a new set of daisies. I'm much happier with that shape. And I cut out a couple of these, so that's going to be those purpley blue irises. So I'm really looking forward to those. So today it's just mainly going to be about painting. Our food from last night from Too Good To Go. So we went down to the cafe and got our bag and we got a roast beef roll, a chocolate chip muffin, and they cooked us some fresh chips, which was fantastic. They were really tasty chips. Doug had that for his dinner. I just wasn't feeling well, so I didn't have much to eat last night, but I think I would go there again. It was a nice meal. So if we have a night where one of us is going to be out and the other one needs something for dinner, it might be a good option. Other places, you know, you'll just get a bag full of pastries or whatever. It's just what's left over at the day, left over at the end of the day. But I think this place was actually open a little bit later last night, so they didn't have much that was just kind of left over and that they were going to be throwing out. So yeah, we'll see. I gave them a good review. I was happy with what we got. So yeah, it was really tasty. Now, another thing that has sort of been going on for me is I've been doing some work around my pricing, and I know that when I make these stud pieces, they take me longer to make than just doing an earring wire. And that then puts more labor onto a piece and it puts the price up. So I'm wondering, do I keep these? Do I scrap them? I know that there are smaller pieces that will have just the earring wire, but what I was thinking was for some, I might, do the stalk with just an earring wire at the top. Let me show you what that'll look like. I think it will look pretty good. Yeah, I mean, obviously I love the look of that stud piece at the top, but first of all, not everybody likes studs, but also, yeah, it'll obviously take me a lot less time to make them like that than it will to do those stud findings. So I might chat to one of my mentors and some people in a couple of the groups that I'm in and just get a little bit of feedback on that and make a decision on that in the next day or so. I ran out of metal. I had to do an order through one of my suppliers. Unfortunately, this supplier is notoriously bad at shipping on time, so I probably won't get the metal until late next week. I really need to chat to a couple of my other suppliers and see if they can supply brass in a bigger sheet, because I don't want to buy too many smaller pieces, because obviously it is much more cost effective to buy a bigger sheet. For now, I'm going to go and do some painting. I think daisies are probably going to be first because they take me no time at all. I then might crack on with these bird of paradise, and then I'll look at the other pieces. They also need sanding around the outside. All right, time to go and do some work. Actually, I'm going to finish my cup of tea first. I've got it in my Auntie Corn cup. I do love my Auntie Corn cup. And yeah, time to go and do some work. I promise I will film some of the painting, and oh, that's another thing I want to do. I want to actually film the process of me painting some pieces. I've ordered a new tripod, an overhead tripod, so that I can get some better shots. And yeah, all right, time to do some work. It's Saturday afternoon and I've done some painting. So I did a little bit of work on the bird of paradise and I've done some work on the daisies. What I need to do is fix up the template for this. So I need to sort of cut a little bit more out of there because that just looks like one big fat petal and it's supposed to be two petals. Either that or I have to fix up the shape a little bit. I like these, I think they're fine, but I think it will start to bother me after a while if the shape sort of doesn't feel right. But yeah, the daisies are coming along nicely. So there. What else? Oh, the cats. Oh my goodness. So the cats, there was a bit of a dilemma with the cats. So what I like to do is have sort of a mirror image. So this one sort of comes out here. So that one comes out there. I accidentally painted the ground on the wrong side. So I had two that were exactly the same. I'm like, no. So I had to coat the other side with ground and then sand it back so that I've got the mirror image again. So the cats I'm hoping to work on tonight. It's about, what, 5:20. So I think I've got a little bit of time before I lose my light, which is good. And guess what? The cookies. Oh, the cookies are done. Oh, I'm so thrilled with the cookies. I think they look great. I just want to make tons and tons and tons of cookies. I'm not sure whether I'll just put them on earring wires or whether I'll have them hanging a bit lower. I think I want them hanging a bit lower. I think they'll look good. So I will do that. Yeah, that's about as far as I've got. I haven't done any more work on the foxes, but yeah, maybe tomorrow. Now this morning, my friend Vivian and I went to Tukaruk and we did a mindful stitching class with a lady named Ashley. Now, Ashley is just the most fun human being. We had a ball. Her Instagram is Things I Felt Like Making. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check out her Instagram. But yeah, we started out with just some simple stitches. So we did a little bit of practice stitching just to see, you know, the different types of stitches and how we would go with all of that. And then she let us loose with some other bits of fabric. So I did this. Now, one problem is she then sent me home with a massive pile of other stuff. So now I've got all these bits. So now I'm rethinking this and what I want to do. So I might pull it apart and do some more because look at all these awesome extra bits that she gave us. So yeah, we had a lot of fun and she gave us each a little needle book. So she created this and in it there were just some pins and some needles and that's where I can keep my little stash of needle goodness. And yeah, so no, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And the other ladies that were there, they were all a lot of fun as well. We just had a great time. And it was nice at one point, we were all just stitching and the room was silent. And oh, it was fantastic. So yeah, I might, when I'm doing some other videos for you, I might maybe do a little bit of stitching every now and again. But yes, oh, it was fantastic. So thank you, Ashley. Just, yeah, thank you. We had an absolute ball. Now today has been a warm one. I'm sort of, yesterday I thought I was feeling okay again, but by the afternoon I wasn't feeling great. And then my friend Katie video called me, like she FaceTimed me, and we spoke for 3 hours. She actually only lives 20 minutes down the road, but she hasn't been well and I wasn't well. And yeah, so neither of us wanted to jump in the car. But yeah, so we FaceTimed for 3 hours, which is fine. It's always good to catch up with Katie. And yeah, we talked about a few different things. And yeah, it meant that I rested yesterday afternoon, which was good. But yeah, I'm fading a little bit now. But I feel like I've got my spark back, which is good. There is a headache still kind of knocking, trying to get hold of me. I'm hoping that I can just rest enough so that it disappears. That would be good. All right, that's it for me for this week. It was supposed to be a day or two in the life and it's turned into 3 days. So, oh well. All right, well, I'm going to see you again next week. I will have a brand new video. I also have a couple of other videos that I want to do. One of them is around some pricing because I've been working on my pricing, so I want to talk about that. And the other one is about some of the negative talk that I'm finding myself kind of doing lately, and just, yeah, how it impacts my business. So I'll get those two recorded and get them up. But for now, I'm going to go off and do some more painting. And then, yeah, later on I might do some more stitching because I was enjoying myself today. And yeah, okay, that's enough rambling. I will see you again next week. So take care of yourselves. And until then, bye.